We're just going to do a quick video today for you on the bar work on the car. So we'll just take you through front, back, sliders, and sort of show you what we've got and why we've got it. So we'll just start up the front on the bull bar. A friend of mine made this up for us a couple of years ago. There wasn't really a design that I was sort of completely happy with from any of the places you can just buy one from. I wanted it mounted like as high up and close to the body as I could. A big thing for us was we wanted to mount these Light Force 240 Blitz spotlights, but we didn't want to block a heap of airflow into the front mount intercooler as well as the radiator. So what we'd done is got him to mount them sort of either side of the main body, but not blocking the headlight. Then just down in here we've just mounted a couple of 6-inch LED driving lights, which work really good in the fog just to light up the side of the road. So down the bottom here he's put these cutouts which help a little bit of airflow through under the car. Up behind this plate here inside is actually the winch control box. It's just mounted up there out of the way, mainly because we don't need it. We've got a switch inside the cab to run the winch, and also a wireless remote, so we don't really need that, just needed it to be out of the way. We've got a Runva 11 XP winch, which we've been really happy with. Haven't really used it all that much, but when we have, it's been good. Where the winch is actually mounted, he made us up a little stainless cover plate, which is just these two 10mm bolts. As soon as we take them out, you can get access into the rope. If we're going to be winching a fair bit, we'll take this off just in case the rope winds up on one side. But this is just to sort of keep a bit of the sun and weather off the rope for most of the year when we're not using the winch. On this side of the spotlight we've got our GME 6.6 dB aerial mounted. The bar's been made very, very strong. We can actually put a high lift jack under either corner and jack the front of the car up off it if we wanted to. We haven't had to do that, but it's good to have it strong enough to be able to. These two plate points here, which the winch hook mounts to, they're strong enough to actually snatch the car from. There's a really thick backing plate behind them. Around the side, these are the sliders. These were on the car when we bought it. The old owner actually made them. We were actually four-wheel driving one day and landed on a large rock on them, and they actually bent up enough that the front doors wouldn't open. So my friend that made the bull bar for me, he actually strengthened them and changed the way that they are attached to the car, made them a lot stronger. So now we've tested them and know that they can take the full weight of the car, and we can obviously use a high lift jack on the side and lift either side up. Around the back we've got a custom rear bar. This was originally made by Patrol Customs in Beenleigh, Queensland. We had a lot of trouble with the initial one that they made, bending, and just wasn't sort of what we really wanted. So again, my friend that made the bull bar changed it up to suit us. Originally it had 2 tubes wrapping the whole way around, so he's just cut it back to 1 and ramped it up there. This is now a lot stronger than it ever was when we first got it from them. So on this side we've got the spare tyre carrier with a light bar mounted up the top. So both sides are swing out arms, obviously, with these lockout pins, so we can just have them open on a slant and they stay open. On the rear tyre swing out, we've actually got the rear hose outlet for our water pump mounted there. We just leave a blocked off female hose fitting just on there to stop crap getting on that when we're driving. So on this swing out, we've got a dual jerry can holder, and what we've done around the side here, we've had these little rings added into the brace. What that allows is to fit these little taps into the water jerrys to just use when we're camping. With the diesel jerrys, obviously we don't need that. On the front is obviously the number plate with a little number plate LED light to light it up. Just here we've mounted a reverse camera for the car. Now this top plate, just on a little latch lock there, which can be locked up, and it lifts over on a gas strut to get access to the jerrys. So when that's locked, you can't actually get these jerry cans out. The lip of that stops you from lifting it. And what this is for is to hold a 5 litre jerry can with chainsaw fuel and our little steel chainsaw. So I'll just show you how that works. A little 5 litre jerry can with 2-stroke fuel just goes there. This bar here just slides through both of these holes with a padlock on the end of it, and that locks the jerry can on top. So on this side, we've got a little end cap here, as well as this slot. So this just fits the bar of our chainsaw like that, and it nests inside of here. And then all that holds this on is straight through these 2 holes. We just mount this padlock straight through here, and that actually secures the chainsaw in and obviously stops it being stolen. The 2 of them together can be lifted up on the gas strut and still get access to the jerry cans. We're happy with this setup, but we're probably going to be looking at changing this top section on this swing out, just because on sort of our bigger trips we don't really take the chainsaw. So what we're probably looking at doing, we're going to look at changing this top plate. It does work really well for the chainsaw and jerry can, but on our bigger trips we don't really find that we take it or need it. So what we're probably going to do here is change it to have 2 kilo gas bottles mounted, and probably just like a small lockable storage box for like muddy snatch straps and that sort of thing. So in the rear bar as well is obviously indicators and brake lights. These 2 are LED reverse lights as well. And just down here is our trailer plug and a Anderson connection for our solar input. That's also on the front bar as well. These plates here, they're strong enough to recover the vehicle from, so we can just hook a D-shackle on there and get recovered if ever we needed to. The only other thing as far as bar work that we've had custom made is the roof rack on the car. We've got a video on how we store our rooftop tent which shows that a bit more in depth, but basically that was just, I wasn't really happy with any of the ones that you could just buy pre-made for a GQ. They sort of sat up a bit too high, or they were too heavy, or just the design of them. So this one sits nice and low, has all of our LED lights mounted to it, as well as our awning and the system that we use for our rooftop tent, as well as like the mounting system. This is all like stainless plate with rubber padding that drops inside the gutter channel and bolts on down and clamping force. So it's on there really strong. It's a really strong roof rack as well, but it's not heavy, which is a big thing. Try and keep down the weight a little bit. Okay, so that's just a quick look at the Barwork on our Patrol. It's more or less all custom made stuff, but with the older models, when you don't need to have, you know, bullbar, ADR approved sort of things for your airbags, going custom made is always good because you can get exactly what you want, and we're really happy with everything. The only thing, like we mentioned, we'll probably change the top of that swing out to a different sort of setup, but yeah, apart from that, we're really happy with the whole setup. So thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.